Hello, my name is Patrick, and welcome once again to yloc. This will be lesson 14, and today we're going to be covering which numbers are prime and which numbers are composite. So, 16, okay, 16 is a composite number. Composite. Okay. So what composite means that what composite is a number that has more than two factors to the number. So what I mean by that is let's go to a prime number first. So number 4, 19 is a prime number, and this is because 19 only has two numbers that can make 19. Those two numbers would be 19 times 1. So another definition for prime numbers is the only numbers that can make the number is the number itself and 1. So as you can see, the only numbers that can make 19 are 19 times 1. However, 16 times 1 is a one way how you can get 16. However, you can also get 16 by doing 2 times 8, 4 times 4, and yeah, that's it. However, yeah. So 2, for example, is also a composite number, and this is because 27 can be made in multiple ways without just number and 1. So 27 can be made by 3 times 9, just 3 times 9, but it's 3 times 9 and 27 times 1, which means that 27 is not a composite number. Is a composite number. 13, on the other hand, is a prime number because 13 times 1 is 13. However, you cannot make 13 with the other numbers. Okay, so that's a prime. 21 is not a prime number because 21 can be made by 7 times 3. 31 is a prime number because it can only be made by 31 times 1. Okay, write each number as a product of prime factors. So what this means is, as you can tell, 9 is not a prime number because it can be made by 3 times 3. Okay, however, 3 is a prime number because the only way to get 3 is 3 times 1. So therefore, and it wants the product as it wants us to write 9 with the prime factors. So as I told you, 3 is a prime factor. 3 times for number 2, it will be 3 times 5 because 5 is also a prime factor, and as we've shown before, 3 is also a prime factor, and 3 times 5 equals 15. However, okay, so for number 5, we can't do something like 4 times 2. We can't do 4 times 2, and that's because 4 is not a prime factor. Even though 2 is a prime factor, 4 is not. Therefore, we can't do 4 times 2 for this answer. It would have to be 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, because all three of these numbers are prime factors. And that should be around it. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to page number 3. So Sarah is 4 feet and 5 inches tall. How many inches tall is she? So in order to make we have to make the feet into inches. And there are 12 inches in a foot. So 4 times 12 is 48. However, we're trying to measure how tall Sarah is, and Sarah is 4 feet and 5 inches. Therefore, we would have to add the 5 as well, which should be 53. So the answer would be D. Okay, which bird has the greatest length? Okay, for this one, it's basically the number that is the biggest. So 6 times 12. So for these ones, you can just think of it as which number is the biggest. Okay, since these are all divisible by 12, right? We can just find out, since this is a common number, basically we can just cancel this out and make this as 1. So it will just be, so we can just see this as 6, 5, 10, and 3. And the biggest, and we're trying to find the longest length, which is the biggest number, and that's 10. So the bird that has the greatest length is C, the robin. Okay, and this is just easy multiplication. So let's read this word practice. There are 78 flowers. After equal bunches are formed, 3 flowers are left over. How many bunches were formed? How many flowers are in each bunch? Okay. So there are 78 flowers. However, after equal bunches are formed, 3 flowers are left over. So 78 minus 3 is 75. Okay. What can we do to divide evenly by which number can we go into 75 to make it divisible easily? I would choose 5. So if you divide it by 5, then that would be 15. So how many bunches would be formed? 15 bunches would be formed, and there would be 5 flowers in each bunch. Okay. Let's try doing number 3. So the hardware store sold 126 hinges. There were 3 hinges in each package. How many packages of hinges did the hardware store sell? So if there are 3 hinges in each package, then that means so we just divide 126 by 3 because there are 3 hinges in each package. That would be 42. So there will be 42 packages. Okay. Okay, let's do number 4. Monica does 40 steps every day. From now on, she wants to do 3 more steps than the day before. How many steps will she be doing 8 days from now? Okay. So what we can do is 3 times 8, because every day she wants to increase by 3, right? So if by the first day she would increase by 3, by the second day she would increase by 6, by the third day she would increase by 3, by the fourth day she would increase by 12, and as you can tell, these are all multiples of 3. Therefore, we can just do 3 times 8, which is 24. However, that's not the answer because she wants to increase. So she wants to increase by adding 24 to 30. Therefore, she would be around 54. She would want to do 54